All right, let me just pull up the stream and check whether everything is working fine or not. Then we'll proceed. I think we are good to go, but just to make sure, give me just a second. Give me 1 second, guys. Hmm. Just give me 1 second. Hello, mic test 1 2. Yeah, I guess we are good to go, guys. Let me just uh, put on the things which are necessary and then we'll begin this session. La la. Uh, yeah, we are almost there. We are almost there. So I'm not pretending that I'm actually in the stream. Why the stream KB is very low? Screen rates are dropping. Yeah, I guess we are fine. Maybe there were a little glitches. Okay. Mm, let me just check my shortcuts. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Let me. Yeah. Okay, guys. So we are here. Mm, I'd like to do it on next launch. No, no, it's gonna take too long. Okay. So we are going to build a Shopify theme which is based on this website basically, and I have already built certain sections, but before that my initial thought was, let me just bring up my screen also so that it doesn't look like I'm doing the stream. uh, Let me just add up a video capture device number 2, I guess. Yeah. Hmm. And okay, so this probably doesn't decrease. Yeah, well, okay, fine. What it says. Okay, all right. Uh, actually, I've already built an halfway. Like I was thinking before starting this up. I just wanted. I wasn't confident when I was doing, and I wanted some me time to do and get properly gelled in this ecosystem. I have done streams before, and I have done couple of tutorial videos like walkthroughs on my channel. Sorry if I am speaking very robotic, or maybe I'm thinking too much to process, because I am starting to do this stream after a very long time, and this time I'm avoiding to add fillers in my voice so that I could think and address myself properly. So bear with me, guys. Okay, so without wasting any more time, the thing is, I wanted some my time to uh, build this and get some little bit of confidence, and yeah, now I think I'm confident enough to do the streams on my own. So maybe I just want to try again, and yeah. So let me give you a little bit of my introduction. Sorry, I just lost myself in talking about directly what we are going to build. My name is Shreyans, and I am a Shopify developer. So in a daytime, like, my job is currently I'm building a Shopify theme. So I'm a developer on day and also developer by night. Like, I just develop things. I like to develop things, and now, since when AI has taken everything, AI has been taken everything. So um, everything has been changed. Like, my style of writing the code has been changed, and my ability to how to use AI on daily basis, and those kind of stuff has been changed. So I will be, in my motive is here is to build my own website which I used to have, and based on my day to day experience, like how I build, mm, how I develop website in my day job. So I am collecting those experience and skills to put on and develop in my own website. So let me just show you my current website, how it is. This is a live version of the website. So it is basically a Shopify Horizon, and those built on components has been used. So nothing fancy, like there is no custom code built in. Just instead of some nuances in liquid code, there will be like this one is built custom, and price changes as bar build custom. So there are variant changes based on the price. These are actually already built in, but I had to show in a certain way so that I can so that my store looks perfect when it is there. But still, like, I one thing I do not like, the output. It is like a very basic Shopify-ish website, and yeah, it is by speed wise it's good, but aesthetic wise I'm not convinced. People who come and browse the website might not feel that aesthetic, so I'm trying to bring that aesthetic. And also in my day job where I work, we actually build website that are kind of like awards ish website we build. If you haven't heard of this, it's like um, Pinterest for websites. So yeah, I kind of build certain, I try to bring certain type of websites when I build. So I thought, why not we just build some similar kind of style, and try to build a website which I build in my day job. So yeah, and when I tried to go on and see how the websites are built, I came across this one. So I really like the template. So this one is actually this is what I am trying to replicate in my style. So it is similar to this, and this website is currently built on Svelte. So they are using Shopify as a CMS, and from there with REST API, maybe they are pulling off and they have built in this. And yeah, since we are on Shopify, we are going to use native Shopify. So right now this is what the development website looks like, and you can see I'm using Alpine.js. Alpine.js, basically I just wanted to try some light JavaScript library to write, just for having less code in the process. So that is why I'm using this Alpine.js, and I'm using GSAP. GSAP is for animations, and to show certain animations will be I will be using GSAP. So in the process I'll show you. I have already built my homepage, and we have built some components which are there. So I'll going to walk you through it, and then we'll start building. So it's not certainly from scratch. Once again, sorry, while talking I thought the screen is already visible, but it's not. Okay, let me just arrange the screen so that I know what's happening. Okay, so actually this is based on this website which I was talking about. So this is that website which I am replicating in my design. And yeah, I haven't showed you the example of the what we actually do. We build it on what's on my daytime. I just I build website which are based on the awards. So I thought, why and my current website looks like this. Damn, the shortcut keys doesn't work when I wanted to. Anyways, sorry, my bad. Sorry, my bad, I didn't. So but currently my website looks like this. It's a horizon theme, nothing much more or less. And yeah, there are some custom codes built on, but everything, the components are just from the horizon theme, and with certain custom components which I built, like I have built this price variation, so it will be changing based on the price. It is already there, but I just wanted to show in a way that I want my website to be. So I have built custom components here and there, but nothing much fancy. It's a pretty fast loading website, but aesthetic wise, I am not convinced. So I just wanted to remap my website. So yeah, I sell t-shirts. So this is a very niche based website, and yeah, I am also wearing one of the t-shirts right now. uh, Damn these shortcuts. Okay, so this is one of the t-shirt, and I can show you mm, which ASOT. Yeah, I'm wearing this t-shirt. This is the t-shirt. Yeah, so the aesthetic wise, I was not pretty convinced. So I started to browse some awards kind of a website, and I happened to come on this, and I really like this site. Sorry, pardon for the sound. So I really like this design. So I thought, try to replicate the same. Let's see how it comes out in a output. So I this is a development website. This is not a live website. Once it is done, I will push it to live. So this is how it looks. Some components are my based on my understanding how it should go. So it is based on that. And also this is not the exact. I have made certain changes. Let me just pull off my Shopify theme list so that I know which I to pull. I haven't pushed it yet, so I guess this is what the last I have developed on. Let me just put a query params so that there will be no much of nothing much of difference. So yeah, some of there, but yeah, this is the actual development current development stage website. So I have made certain changes. So here we have changed some animation because I have tried this in different devices, and I have emphasized more on the animation. So that animation was too heavy for some devices to work on. So I tried to change and made it subtle. So this is here, and then we have this 3D kind of a rotation animation. Basically it's a gsap thing. So we have enabled a scroll trigger. In that scroll trigger we have added an image sequence. So these are all the frames uh, have been rendered from Blender, and from the Blender I have taken this in an image sequence. The code wise I will show you how it does work. So so that 3D image sequence I have took down, and I have uploaded in my Shopify theme, and from that Shopify theme it is pulling out here. If we want, we can put it somewhere else also, but currently I'm in a development phase. So I just wanted to ship this quickly, and that's the reason I have uploaded that in the theme. And also my intention is not to sell this theme once it's done. I'm not intend to sell this, just for my personal website. I'm building this custom theme, and also to look aesthetically better. That is the reason, nothing else. But yeah, if we want to sell the theme, I can take some certain elements, and we can ship in a way we want to, if that is the case. But right now I'm not looking for anything, and there is a ripple animation on the buttons. Then as we scroll down, we have an hero section which pulls up the products, and also we have a same ripple effect here. And the car and the footer is also similar to that website. So what we are trying to do is just pull up same similar, nothing. I'm just trying to replicate this, this one is still sorry, sorry, uh, this one is still like very, it does look very flow wise, it's looking very nice, but this is the closest I can get off. Like, it's still not like 80%, I would say it's better, but it still can be better. But yeah, I'm still trying to learn stuff, so don't judge me there. And also we in this they have this card, so I have built a same card in my version, so it looks like this in my version, and this is how it comes and goes. And also, and when we close, same similar kind of animation. Here they have might be using Rive, or maybe they are using a Lottie files for the animations, because in CSS it would be a I won't say it would be difficult, but it is little bit challenging when you are trying to do using these only CSS animation. And if you want to make this very smoothness ish kind of thing, then maybe we have to bring some Lottie files of the animations done, and that that alone will be a button which is doing the action. So we can try that too if we have a time. Right now I don't have much time, I don't want to put more efforts to make this as 100% output. I want to bring this in, let's say, 80% of that. So that is my goal. And yeah, so now let's get to the code, shall we? Hmm, I guess this is a screen. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not using any Shopify Dawn or Horizon. I'm not using those. I started with Shopify Skeleton, because most of the components that I am going to build is really, it's pretty much custom. I'm not be using like hero section of Dawn or cart section of Horizon. Let's say if let's say I'm using those, then might be considering that. But having said, like, I won't be using any of those, then what will happen is theme size is going to be bigger. That is one con. And second, I see lot of unused components there, and let's say if I try to delete them, my theme which I have worked on might not work properly. So that is the only case of not using Shopify Dawn and Horizon, and I am straight off using Shopify Skeleton. Uh, so let me tell you the overall experience with using the Shopify Skeleton. One thing, that you have to build entirely from scratch. Second thing, it does give you some components that you can use. Majorly it's a JavaScript, you can tell. More than that, I don't think there is much use of skeleton. So you get predictive search, and you get uh, cart js. You don't have to write the code on your own, it's already built in. So with those perks comes with Shopify skeleton. Also, the cons I have seen with rest of the themes versus Shopify skeleton is, let's say you are building a section and that section is using some flex or a grid architecture. In that, you will be facing a lot of issues when it comes to using your own structure. So when you are trying to build your own structure, and you when you bring that section inside the editor, and you try things, you will see the difference. Like, you won't be there are now when you are trying to experience it, you will see that the css which you have wrote versus which are already inside the theme, inside that particular theme which you have chose, like let's say dawn or horizon or skeleton. You will see certain difference, like I have written this but it is not implementing. Then what I have to do, I will be going to that section particularly, and next to that I will add another property which is called important. So you will write important in all the properties, in all the major properties. So I don't want any of the clash, but still, even in the Shopify skeleton, I have seen certain experience that I will be sharing with you guys. So with Shopify Horizon and Dawn, I have seen like they have some max width page constraints in some elements, and when you are trying to write the code which has which has the max width property, it won't work. Let's say dawn theme has 1200 pixels of max width, and your custom section should have 1400 pixels of max width. Then when you try to bring that section inside, and you waste a lot of time inspecting why this element is constrained till 1200, when I wanted to show it in a 1400 pixels. And then when you waste a lot of time on inspecting why it is not, why my why this property is not working, and what is the other css property is blocking this property to work. So once you start debugging, you understand that this particular class is written in the Shopify's core theme which I'm using, and then I have to bring that class inside that particular section, and then I have to tell like max width, please don't use the max width of this, please use the max width of that. So you are writing additional code, just a bandage fix for your css to work. So that is the only reason. Let's say when you're trying to build on your own, I would consider either not to use any of Shopify's theme, and you can build entirely everything from scratch using AI. Like, you can tell AI to write the code for you, and you give them the context using the MCP, and they will going to write the code anyways. You don't have to use the card js of Shopify's architecture and use it in your code. That is what my belief is, based on my experience. I have seen this is not a right way to work with Shopify, in terms of your when you are building everything from scratch. all the sections, all the snippets, everything. Let's say if you are using some section like image hero or rich text, then I would say you can use Shopify's any core theme. But let's say if you're not using anything at all and you want to build everything from scratch, then I would say like commit with a blank folder. Don't use Shopify CLI for now. Just have this folder structure like sections, snippets, assets, templates, whatever the essential folders are required for Shopify theme to run. Just add those. There are too many right now because we are like 10% already have built this. So let me just give you a walkthrough like what all the essential folders would be required in order for you to build this Shopify theme entirely from ground scratch and not using any templates. Then you might need assets, you might need blocks. I would say it's an optional. Let's say if you want to have some repetitive codes inside a particular section, then you might need blocks. Otherwise it's not necessary to have it in your core setup. When we are building, it can be built later on. So one is assets is 100% required. Config, you might need it. Layout, you might need it. Now it doesn't have any much like this. These are all what you can do is either bring it skeleton and try to minus the css. And right now I'm also facing the issue with skeleton. Like one of the when we are trying to build the section, it is trying to one particular css element is trying to make things not well experienced for us. Like for let's say I don't know, in at somewhere I see there is a overflow of the section. Now let's say I'm squeezing all the way in. Ignore this part of this section, but I feel the in here in the header also it is going out, it is going overflow. Right now you won't see any difference in the mobile device, but as you try to approach, it is still not proper. Oh my god, sorry guys. Without the context I'm trying to show it. Sorry, I was in the browser actually. So you can see this, right? So this thing is actually why it is happening because of the Shopify's skeletons css. This is getting somewhere the problem I have seen, but I'm not sure currently. But this is what it is happening here. Like when I tried to build this, even this section, I have given some constraints. Right now it is there are no constraints, that is why it is working fine. But I had an issue with this particular section, like it was getting overflowed outside. The text area was getting overflowed outside when I was trying to make it as responsive. It is trying to overflow. So even after using this wrapper, so what is happening is once you are building the section, Shopify automatically builds this section class. So inside that section class we had something called grids. So this grid was making a lot of troubles right now. So with the code we will ask AI like, is there any possibility for not to use this critical.css, if I'm not wrong. One second. Critical.css, I guess the name is. Yeah, the critical. Yeah, the critical CSS. So whenever Shopify um let's say when you are trying to build a theme and you are trying to bring that section inside it as a template, then what it does is Shopify creates this section tag automatically. So this is happening inside the liquid itself. I have not told specifically to add this. If I'm not wrong, let me just check once so that I will have the idea. So this is a rich text revealed. This is the section. One second. I have to switch back and forth. Maybe I'll just keep one, and let me just test if this is also coming inside. Okay, then might be, let's say I'll just use this. No biggie. No biggie. I have to reconfigure it. Now let's say, yeah, I've been using this rich text section. This is that section, particular section. Let me just highlight it for you guys. So this is that particular section, and in that let me just check if we are using this Shopify section inside the liquid, because I have not touched the code. It's entirely written by AI, so I just need to check and validate if I am right or wrong. So this is that rich text revealed. Okay, so it seems like the AI itself has written the code. Guys, give me 1 second. I'll be back. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, sorry guys, where were we? Yeah, so I have seen the code, and yeah, AI has written this section. Maybe that is not actually necessary, but I don't know why it has written. But yeah, let's say in the Shopify, in the critical CSS, let me just pull up the critical CSS. And in this particular section, so this class gets created whenever you are trying to create a section. Okay. So in this, it has this grid column 2. Now let's say if I want to build, if I want to build any section, and when I try to, this is the thing, AI writes the code, so I am not written any code. So here it has added the section. So in that, when it is added, it is, or let's say in this, let me just check if we are using any grid. So there is no use of grid, but still, uh, what is happen, what does was it, us what it happens is, Shopify creates this entire section and tells it like, hey, you have to build this on a grid and give this a grid column 2, and I don't want the grid column 2 at all. And because of this, I was facing a lot of issues, like there is an overflow issue, and alignment issues were there. And that is the reason you get into too much of debugging phase when you don't understand how your code is working, and you are giving it AI to write your code. And only to figure out this particular thing has got me around an hour or two to understand why it is happening. And that is the reason, when you are building everything entirely from scratch, then I think you do not have to, um, you do not have to worry about using a particular theme for your template or whatever. If you are using skeleton also, still there is an issue there. You will see issues piling up, and once you start to create a section, and that obviously comes with an experience. So if I haven't used this particular skeleton, because initially I thought, let's use skeleton, why to use dawn or horizon, because I won't be using any of the components or anything from those. So I thought, let's do it and build it entirely from scratch. So I thought the skeleton, when I started browsing it, like, does Shopify gives any boilerplate theme which doesn't have any of the sections inside. Then I came across this Shopify skeleton. So if you want to build, you can just type Shopify theme in it, and it will just pull up the entire stuff for you, so you do not have to write. And it also has one feature that it doesn't have in rest of the themes, is it has its own Claude MD file. So when you're trying to, have write this in CLI, what you will see is, you will be prompt to ask whether you want to have agents.md and cloud.md to be written for you or not. So that is there. And if you select yes, and it will start to generate Claude MD and agents.md file for you. So if you are writing the code with AI, it will be very helpful for the AI to have an initial context about what is there inside. but still it consumes a lot of tokens if you are trying to use the Shopify's agent.md or claude.md files. I'll give you a little bit heads up. That's what I have seen. Like it has so much of information that it doesn't require claude.md to hold. Maybe what can be done is take that entire md file and split it in different context. This is what I have done. So this had too much of okay, so it had too much of uh, information inside that in single claude.md file. So that is the reason I told AI to read this entire document and split in chunks and write it in a context folder. So right now those chunks has been splitted here. And initially when I started to build a theme, I thought of using Tailwind CSS. So once we have once the Tailwind CSS is written inside, and when it comes to output, it will give us the output.css file, and there it will be started working properly. But Tailwind CSS is also not an also I have faced a lot of challenges when it comes to that. A reason being like la- so the reason was like I configured the Tailwind CSS, and when I started using it again, I had issues there. So I totally uh, stopped using Tailwind, and right now I'm using vanilla CSS. So here, this is my tech stack. So I'm using Alpine JS for writing lightweight JavaScript codes. Then I'm using Liquid, obviously, and vanilla CSS for entire section. I do not have my own core CSS for right now. I need to, revamp this entire CSS, whatever it has been written recently. So yeah, for snippets, there are another CSS. Maybe we have to start using the variables somewhere. So that will be our root file. Currently, there are no root files here. Just section wise we have written here and there. Yeah, basically that is all in terms of the current development. Now what is the next planning is, I've been using Figma for the design. So once the design part is done, these sections I will tell AI to read this particular node. So this has MCP installed. So for MCP you might need a paid subscription. So let's say I'm selecting this frame, and inside that frame I'm using this section. I'm selecting this section particular, and I'll just press Control or Command L. So this will create a frame link which will be copied to clipboard, and in the AI I will just tell like, here's the Figma node, read this and try to create the section. And also not just that, I will be giving additional context to it, like how this section looks like, how the interactions are going to be, how the responsive it is, in the responsive how it is going to behave. So all those section first I will make AI understand what is my context is, and this is what I use on my daily job, on my day job, also on my daily task. So I am, when I try to build a theme, I will give all the context that AI needs, and also in that process I will see what AI is understanding. So you are going to see how am I giving commands, and let's say AI has written a certain code which you which in the output it is coming way differently than what was being, had a conversation initially, because AI in one shot it is not going to give you a solution. It is just that you have to, when you are trying to build, think of it like, if I want to build, how will I break those in the process, and those process you have to make AI to understand it, what is your workflow and what is your process going to be. So that's how it builds. And in many of the section, when I start to build, you are going to see challenges in that. Maybe you won't like the section what you have thought, and you have thought in certain way, and AI has a entirely different perspective. When it when the output came, the AI has not followed any of your instruction and any of the conversation till we had in that context. Let's say in that particular chat, we had conversed everything, and AI has also understand it, but none of it followed. In that case, what you have to do, maybe it's 100%, it is 100% it is your fault, you have not given the proper context, or maybe somewhere you have missed and you have directed AI to do something else. So maybe that could be an issue, or maybe it got hallucinated in the process when we are starting the conversation. Anything can happen. So in that case, what it has to be done, whether I have gave a wrong command, maybe then you have to do, when then you have to take a step back, understand what were my approach of giving this instruction to a fellow developer. It has went wrong. Maybe I have to uh, change the entire strategy and try to tell him that, hey, this is what you have to do and this is not what you have to do, something like that. So yeah, you will be learning during the process. So right now, let me give you an entire development process what has been went through. So I have that is obvious that the website is initially built, and we have finished with the home page, and we have built a certain section and components. So this time I'm following components. In my previous development, I wasn't using snippets at all. Now I see the funness of using snippets. So using snippets is very essential. That is what I have learned in during this build process. So now wherever I see a component is been reused, what I will do is I will try to take that and make it as a snippet. Before that I didn't had that approach. Initially I was building entirely, let's say here we have one, or the let's say here we have two similar things, right? This is one similar thing and another one is this one. So for now, what has been, what before initially what was the process was, to build entire header section with these two inside being having their individual behavior. Like this is been built inside this, and this is inside one div, and this is inside one div. So when building that, it could come with an complication, so I didn't give much of a thought, and I started building it. And also inside this animation is repetitive, but this one is built as entirely as one div, so it won't be having that much of an issue. But this animation thing is also used here, everywhere. Like most of the sections I see, it has been used. So what I did is I tried to take that and build it as a snippet, and once the snippet is built, I will render it out inside the section. So this is what I have told AI to instruct. Like let's create some components which are being reused on the entire page, on the entire website. So this is one of the component we have built with AI, and this is also like this button has a ripple effect is also made through now this is as a separate component. So this is a separate snippet that has been called inside this section, and we have rendered it like that. So here also, and in here also, we have that same ripple effect ish button, and yeah, here also the same thing. So yeah, so most of the things are built in certain way. Now that I have an idea how to use those, I have given certain commands to change those and make this, and this is also a snippet, by the way. So yeah, and this card is also I have created in a snippet itself, so that let's say in our coming product page, this is here's how it is going to be seen. So this is the exact component will be using it for that. So I do not have to rebuild, I just have to call it render, and it has already been written, so we can use that itself. Okay, now coming to our code. Now that is all everything. So it has been like 1 hour to explain me what has been gone and what has been processed. Wow. Okay. So today is Sunday anyways, and I have another hour or so. We can do this, and then I will take a leave. Then we can start it after evening, I guess, or maybe within half an hour I will be leaving. That's all we can stream today, and let's say if we want to stream some other day, we'll see. Okay. Yeah. Now coming to our code. um so one is reusable component is done, but there is one issue with the underline search. Like here, initially it has an underline, okay, and then when we hover and goes, it underline goes away. But in this website, the hover in and out is only happening, so it's coming in and it goes out, that's all. Maybe we have to tell AI that this is what it is written. What you do is you remove this entirely, and we do not want the initial underline-ish thing. Only it should come on mouse leave and mouse out. Sorry, mouse enter and mouse leave, just like we have for these sections. you can create it. So this particular thing has to be removed and write it properly. Okay. So I have already set up my MCP, and also I have set it up my Claude code inside Kilo. So we'll be using that, and we have Open 4.6 also configured. Maybe we can use that also, and I need to configure Codex also. Codex is there, I can use that also if I wanted to, but for time being it's all right now. And I will be using Whisper Flow, so I won't be typing the, I can simply use Whisper Flow for that. What part you didn't understand that I wanted to open Whisper Flow? This new Mac theme is really bugging me. It's not great. I don't like it. But anyways, let's check once if it is working fine. Sorry, what are you going to use, bro? Is your microphone muted? It's not. It's working. Hello. Hello. Okay, it works. Okay. Actually, we have created an underlined snippet where I have given a certain instructions that there is one behavior where initially it shows underline, and on mouse enter it will do certain animation, and on a mouse leave it will do certain animation. What I want is, I don't want that. So check in the code and tell me whether it is there or not, which I have told you now. Check if it is really there, and if it is really there, let me know, because I want to make some changes in that. So I have told like what is happening, and I will give that snippet. So it is, I guess it's underline link dot liquid. So I will give that as a context. So it will go, it will read and tell me if it is there or not, or I am somewhere written. Uh, I have somewhere told AI a wrong context about this. So it is telling me something. So we will go through entirely. What does it try to do? Okay, it does nothing. Yes, all three behaviors you described are confirmed. So it's right. Does try to do something. No. Okay. All three behaviors you described are confirmed and present inside the underlying link. Here's the evidence. Okay. I just want to know whether what does the underline link persistent does. What does underline persistent does? Can you read all the assets and tell me a context in a way that I know what the animation does? My leaders, you can have your basically it's not going to be like I'll be writing the code. I will be there, I will be just watching it, and let's say if it does do wrong, where to use it. Okay, so it gives it something like persistent variant, underline always visible, initial state, the underline is fully visible, the user sees the text with the line underneath at all times. On mouse enter, it will have some animations, and on mouse leave, it will have some certain animations. So it has hover variant, underline hidden by default, so it does only 1 and 2. Okay, so I got the context. Like two there are two behaviors, one is persistent and one is hover. So I don't want the persistent entirely, I am going to remove just hover it's going to be. So I'm going to give him the context. Okay, so I got to understand what is happening inside that liquid component. So now what you have to do is, I don't want the persistent variant, like initially having underlined and on mouse enter it has certain variation and on mouse leave it has some certain animation. So I don't want that. You can ignore it entirely, take it off and see where the persistent variant has been used, change that to hover. So now in the current component, I don't want persistent behavior alone. So the things which are related to persistent, it should not be there. And when you are removing it, just confirm it once that hey, this is code related to persistent, I have to remove this. So the persistent behavior is, it will be an initial, there will be an underline, and on mouse enter it will do certain animation, and on the mouse leave it does a certain animation. Now I only want hover animation, so on hover the line will grow, and on mouse leave the line will fade, or whatever you want to call, shrink or whatever you want to call. So the only that animation is required for all the things which we have for all the links which we have rendered. So you can put in that way. So we have given the entire context. So now AI is going to read the code and remove the persistent from it. Lazy Sunday morning. Hello. Sometimes I highly doubt that if it is working properly or not. But let's wait for AI to finish everything. So it still has read the code only and are not made any changes. It's still reading multiple files inside. No file actually passes persistent all render already used variant hover. Uh, okay, but then why header components having that sort of behavior? Like I see an initial underline given to those where we have called, and on the mouse hover it it does the animation like from shrink to grow, and on a mouse leaf what it does is it goes to shrink, but again he has to turn back to that underline, which is not happening. And that is the reason why I don't want that to happen. I just want a simple animation for which we have already been using for rest of the sections inside. um, so yeah, that is what I want to follow for everything. I don't want for the particular header alone to have that underline behavior. So that is the reason I have asked where is persistent has been used. If it is not used entirely, then maybe we have to check the code again there to see why we have wrote persistent initially, which was not being addressed in any of the sections. Then you have to remove the code and just have one one solid behavior, which I have told you already. So on initial stage there will be no underlines, and on a mouse enter it will show grow underline, and on a mouse leave it will shrink. So it will enter from left to right, and on a mouse leave it will go from right to left. This is what the behavior it has to be. So I'm asking API itself, like AI itself, like why this? Then you are telling if persistent is not being used anywhere, then why for this header alone I am seeing that. So it will go think, read the code again, and then tell me like, hey, this is the thing now. Header components, search button and account link in header.liquid use the underlying link animation but are missing. Feeling it's going to do wrong. Let it do its job. We'll see. If it does wrong, then maybe I have to, roll back the changes and think what I have given him the instructions are. Then you have to, if it does wrong, then it is totally on your prompt issue, that you have given the prompt wrong and you have to rethink. You also have to rethink like, this approach is not working for AI. Let me just give another context and try. That is how we have to do. So it's fixing entirely. Let it get fixed, and then we'll think, because I am sensing that he is going to do entirely wrong, because at the start of the line itself I saw like he understands that blah blah blah, this is what it is. So here in this context I'm sensing that no, it's not going to do it properly. I have to give some other issue. I have to give him with some other approach. So it has already finished. Let's deploy the CLI. Let's check the code, what it does. And I thought so. Yeah, uh, but the thing is, removing persistent had some problems, like the fill has got changed. Now the persistent thing is gone, but the color, did you remove properties like remove the color, like background color? Because I am seeing only one color has been given for all the components, but it is not like that. Maybe we have to bring another section where we can, or add a inline property or whatever. Like when we are rendering, we are also having an additional attribute that says that is dark or is light, like color. If it is dark, then show this color, or color is light, you can show this color. And also we have an accent color, like, one second. Let me just check if there is accent button is already there. Accent is already there. Okay. Like orange color was there, that is there still. Only the thing is, now in the header I am seeing a text coming in gray instead of white. For the transparent header I'm talking about, so it shows in a gray color. So is that it as a default, or you have an added, or you have removed something in the css? That is the reason what it is happening. But I want an additional white color to be there, so that whenever we are calling this snippet, we can tell like this is, here's what you have to do. Like you have to add here orange or black or gray or white. These are the four colors we are using. But yeah, that is missing. You have to check the code again. Mm. So it goes, reads. Yeah, in the meanwhile, let me check the stats. No one is here. Alright, no issues. Yeah, just trying to build in public. Color inherit in header.csx. It overrides the header color classes like. So yeah, now it has now changed. Let me just check everywhere so that I can understand. And I guess it's already done. In the login sign up, it has to be white. It's not using white. Okay. Hmm. It did added gray, but in login sign up, I still see gray. And why is that? Let me just check. Okay, now Here we'll go to elements and select this. We do not have anything, something called inherit here. We have to provide color. Then it appears. Now let's close and try. The underline has to also be white. Okay, we'll still ask AI to fix this. In the login sign up button, the in the text, I still see the text is on gray and underline is also gray color. Can you just check with header section and fix that? Yeah, I'm guess setting up everything and doing this for 1 hour has got me a little tired, and maybe I will be taking a leave soon once this is done. And yeah, we will be probably starting a section in next 2 hours. Maybe we will resume back in 1 o'clock again. That will also be only for couple of hours. And then maybe from tomorrow I think of doing this regularly, so I need to think with the time. That is the issue. So let me see if I can do this on a daily basis, or weekly twice or thrice. And I have holidays on alternate Saturdays, so that might work. We can do the stream on those date, like we can go with 4 hours, 4 hours long, not more than 4 hours, but yeah, we can do it 4 hours on Saturdays at least. And maybe I can do the live stream on Saturday nights, or Friday night or Saturday night. If it is on alternate Saturdays, then I can do on Friday night. And if it is Sunday, there is Saturdays working and Sundays a holiday, then I might get uh, tired. So maybe we'll have to think of that. Now everything has been set up. I just have to connect my microphone, my camera, and just put it on, because I've been setting this up from 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, I have my laptop, so Windows laptop was there, and I was configuring with that, but that Windows laptop is kind of crappy. Like, it doesn't open entirely. So I thought of, if it doesn't open OBS itself, then how it's going to handle the stream. Then I switched back to my Mac and I started to set things up. And then later, once everything is set up, the QuickTime player is not detecting my iPhone camera. So all those stuff were there. Now everything has been settled up. I guess I won't have that much of problem. So yeah, now the CSS has fixed the problem. Let me just check. Yeah, it does work. Yeah. Everything else looks fine. And in the responsive also I have to do some changes. But rest of it, I'm happy. I'm convinced with what the output has came. Maybe we can do some highlight stuff over here, or just keep it as is. Here we also, here I have to bring this underline component to here. in the footer so that it will look prominent on all the sides. And yeah, I guess I will take a leave now. I'm feeling little tired. Can't do it further. It's not like I'm not enjoying this, but yeah. If you are coming later and watching this, thank you for watching this because no one has appeared on my stream yet. And I will be doing this more often. Like, I need to be, be little much confident. I feel like underconfident sometimes when I'm doing the live stream or anything, because what this made me do is just randomly this yesterday I just opened my YouTube studio for this channel, and I saw like I am getting so much of support in my previous upload which I've done on the RPA process. So I have did the automation process using the automation tool which is called UiPath, and uh, in that I saw a lot of support, so I thought of give it another time and another chance. And also I have another YouTube channel based on the EDM niche, so I have to once the development and everything is done, I will be moving on to that channel, so I will be doing some more rounds there. Here then maybe we can start to explore and everything, and with that we can do it. Maybe I dreams are big, but I don't follow any of them. So I started to give myself those false hopes. But yeah, there are many ways, many things to explore. It's very 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 long. It's very deep if you want to. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And if you're coming right after the stream, okay, and we will be doing the stream again on 1:30, 2 o'clock, and that will be another hour section because after than that I have some other errands, so I won't be doing the stream at that moment. And if I get time, I will be continuing the stream at night if possible, or not maybe we'll just move to a next day tomorrow, and we will be doing this because I have to finish this in a development, and it has been in my bucket list for quite a long time. And I joined as a Shopify developer recently, so now I have that confidence that yes, I can build this uh, whatever the theme is, whatever the sections I see across the internet, it's possible to build using the AI and other tools. Thing is, I know a little bit of technical knowledge. I can solve things, but I don't code things. I used to do it, but now it is really getting difficult. So might be in this channel I will try to build any components or any programming language. If I try from scratch, I will be try to type myself. If I don't get the answer, I will go search in the AI to look for it. So yeah, many things to do, many things to follow, and it is going to be exciting. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in next one.